Hello everyone! How are you today? I hope you are doing well and ready to learn something interesting. Today, we are going to learn about narrative text, especially one of Indonesia's most famous legends, Tangkuban Perahu. But before we begin, can you remember what kind of text tell us a story? That's right, narrative text. Let's explore together. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the social function of narrative text, the generic structure of narrative text, the language features used in narrative text, and finally, we will do a short task to check your understanding. Narrative texts are written to entertain the readers and sometimes to teach a moral lesson. The legend of Tangkuban Perahu is a traditional story that explains the origin of a place in West Java, and it also teaches us a lesson about respecting our parents. So, the social function of this narrative text is to entertain the readers with an interesting story and give a moral value. A narrative text usually has three main parts. The first one is orientation. This is the beginning of the story. It tells us who the characters are, when, and where the story happens. And the second is complication. This is the part where the problem or conflict in the story appears. It makes the story more interesting. And the last, resolution. This is the ending of the story where the problem is solved, either happily or sadly. Let's see how these parts appear in the story of Tangkuban Perahu. So, for example, Tangkuban Perahu's story breakdown. The first is orientation. Once upon a time, in West Java, lived a beautiful woman named Dayang Sumbi. She had a son named Sangkuriang. They lived in a small village near the forest. Dayang Sumbi loved her son very much. She also had a loyal dog named Tumang, who was actually a cursed god and also Sangkuriang's father. But Sangkuriang did not know this. So this is the orientation part of the narrative text. It introduces, the first is who the characters are: Dayang Sumbi, Sangkuriang, and Tumang. The second, where the story happens, in the West Java, near a forest. And the third, when it happens, once upon a time, indicating the story is set in the past. This part sets the background of the story. So the second is complication. One day, Sangkuriang accidentally killed his own father, who had been cursed and turned into a dog. When he grew up, he met his mother again, but didn't know she was his mother. He fell in love with her and wanted to marry her. Dayang Sumbi tried to stop him by giving him an impossible task: to build a boat before sunrise. This is the complication or problem in the story. There are two main problems. Sangkuriang killed Tumang and was punished by his mother. And the second, he fell in love with his own mother years later, not knowing who she really was. The complication makes the story interesting and dramatic. It creates conflict between characters. And the third, resolution. Sangkuriang failed to finish the boat, and when he realized the truth, he was angry and kicked the boat. The boat turned upside down and became a mountain called Tangkuban Perahu, which means upturned boat. This is the resolution Where the conflict is resolved, Dayan Sumbi finds a way to stop the wedding by giving an impossible task. When Sangkuriang fails, he becomes angry and kicks the boat. The story ends with an explanation of a natural feature, the mountain Tangkuban Perahu. This ending also delivers a moral lesson. Respect your parents and always tell the truth. And narrative texts have some special language features. Let's learn them. The first one is past tense. Because narrative texts tell stories from the past, we use past verbs. For example, leave, killed, fell, kick. The second, time conjunctions or connectives. These are used to connect events in the story. For example, once upon a time, one day, then, suddenly. Third, action verbs. These describe what the characters do. For example, build, fall, love, kick. 4. Descriptive language or adjectives used to describe characters or places. For example, beautiful, strong, angry. So now, it's time to check your understanding with a simple task. Question 1. What is the purpose of the story? That's right. The answer is to entertain and teach a moral lesson. The purpose or social function of a narrative text like this legend is to entertain the readers with a story and to teach a lesson. In this case, it teaches us about the importance of keeping promises. Question 2. What is the complication in the story? Correct. The answer is samosir. It's the food meant for his father. The complication in the problem that causes conflict. When Samosir eats the food, Toba becomes angry and breaks his promise by calling him the son of a fish. This leads to the final disaster in the story. Question 3. Why was the princess disappointed with Toba? That's right. The correct answer is because he broke his promise and revealed her secret. The princess made Toba promise never to tell anyone she was a fish. When Toba called Samosir the son of a fish, he broke that promise, which disappointed her. Question 4. What is the resolution of the story? That's correct. The answer is a flood covers the village and forms Lake Toba. The resolution is how the story ends in this legend. The breaking of the promise causes a flood, and the village becomes what is now known as Lake Toba, with Samosir Island in the middle. The last question. What language feature is used in the sentence? Once upon a time, there was a young farmer named Toba. That's right. The answer is past tense verb. The sentence uses past tense verb like was and name, which are common features of narrative text because they describe events that happened in the past. Great job, everyone! Today you have learned about the purpose of narrative text, the structure of narrative text, orientation, complication, and resolution, the language features used in narrative like Tangkuban Perahu, and you have practiced identifying them through activities. Now, before we end the lesson, think about this. What can we learn from the story of Tangkuban Perahu? Yes, we must always respect and honor our parents. Thank you for learning today. Keep practicing reading and writing stories. See you next time.